So let us look into the problem number 2a. The problem statement is like this. Design a superclass called as staff with details such as staff ID, name, phone number and salary. Next, extend this class by writing three subclasses, namely teaching, that should have two additional fields, that is domain and publications. Next, technical with additional field skills, and contract with additional field period. Write a Java program to read and display at least three staff objects of all the three categories. So now he says that this is a superclass, that is staff, which is having staff ID, name, phone number and salary. Next, teaching is a subclass of staff. So teaching is having additional two properties, that is name and publications, in addition to these four properties of the superclass. Next is technical is a subclass. So it is having skills in addition to staff ID, name, phone and salary. Next, contract is a subclass which is having period in addition to staff ID, name, phone and salary. So now we are writing actually staff.java. This will be a superclass, and then we will be writing three subclasses called as teaching.java, technical.java and contract.java. Okay, and then we will have one staff demo.java wherein we are going to write our main method. So now let us look into the first program, that is staff.java. So this acts as a superclass actually. So public class staff. So this is having four properties, that is staff ID, name, phone number and salary, and the constructor is generated, and then setter and getter methods are available here. Okay, that's all. Next we'll go to teaching. So teaching is a subclass actually. So teaching, the code is like this. So we will write public class teaching, it extends staff, and teaching class has got two properties, that is domain and publications, and this is the constructor. And please see that this constructor now will have 6 parameters, that is 4 parameters are coming from the superclass and 2 parameters here, that is staff ID, name, phone number and salary is coming from the superclass, and then domain and publications belongs to this class. Okay, and then we are calling here the superclass constructor, that is we called like this: super, staff ID, name, phone number and salary. Then we have initialized the other two properties here, this of main and this of publications. Then we have got a setter and getter methods for this one, and then we have got the method toString method implementation for this. toString method is used for display purpose. So initially s will be equal to this thing, and then we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 properties here, that is staff ID, name, phone number, salary, domain and publications. So that will be printed. See, we are using system.out.printf. Okay, the format of printf is same thing as whatever we are using in the C language, and then say return yes. This is an implementation of toString method. Next we'll go to the next one, next subclass called as technical. So in this class public class technical extends staff. Okay, and this is having a skills property, this is extra. So we are borrowing this 4 properties from the superclass, that is staff ID, name, phone number and salary. And next the skills is coming from the same class. Okay, and then we are here again calling the superclass constructor with the super keyword, and then this dot skills, this is initialized here, and then we have a getter and setter method for this skills, and then we have a toString implementation again. In this case, toString implementation is for this staff ID, name, phone number and salary coming from the superclass, and skills belong to the same class. So this is the implementation of toString. Next we are going to this contract class, and this is another subclass. So in this contract class we are having public class contract extend staff, and then we have a property here called as period. Then this is the constructor. As usual, the constructor will have 4 properties borrowed from the superclass, and then one property, that is period. Okay. Then we have called the superclasses constructor here, and the period is initialized here, and we are having a setter and getter method for period. And then we have the implementation of toString. toString, we have got staff ID, name, phone number and salary from the superclass, and period belongs to the same class. So this is an implementation of toString. So we have completed 4 classes now, that is staff.java, staff.java is a superclass, and then subclasses we have completed teaching, technical, and then contract. And staff.java is of course a superclass. Now we will go to this staffdemo.java. In staffdemo.java we have a main method here. So initially we are having counters for all the 3 different types, that is teaching count is equal to 0, technical count is equal to 0, contract count is equal to 0. Then we have properties for all the one superclass, that is staff ID, name, phone number and salary. This is for teaching, that is domain and publication. This is for technical, that is skills, and this is for contract, that is period. Okay, and then we have a scanner here defined here, and then initially this teaching, technical and contract is null here, and then we are defining an array for this teachings, technicals and then contracts. So these are all the arrays to hold the objects of teachings, technical and then contract. So we are initially taking the option here, and we have an infinite for loop, and we have got a thing like this. 1 means enter the teaching details, 2 means display the teaching details, 3 means enter technical details, display technical details, enter contract details, display contract details, and 0 for exit. Next, enter the option here, and then case number 1, that is switch option, case number 1. Case number 1, we want to enter the details of the teaching, that is enter staff ID, name, phone number, salary, and then domain and then publications. So take all these details using the scanner, and then construct an object of teaching here. Teaching is equal to new of teaching, then pass 6 parameters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then add that teaching object to the array. Okay, and then increment the count. Teaching count is incremented by 1. Okay, this case number 1, 3 and 5 are same actually, and then case number 2, 4 and 6 are same. Case number 2 is for displaying the teachings, that is you just say if teaching count is equal to 0, then you display teaching staff count is 0. Okay, if it is not 0, then take an array and display all the details. Okay, so this 3 is similar to 1, only thing is that this 3 is for technical. Okay, and then similarly 5 is for contract. Okay, so we are having actually like this 3 entering the details, 1, 2 and 3, and 3 for displaying, 1, 2 and 3. The contents are actually, all the things are same, only difference is that this 1 and 2 is for teaching, 3 and 4 is for technical, and then 5 and 6 is for contract. That's all, there is no other difference here. Okay, now I will run this program. So this is our menu. So initially I will try to display the teachings, but there are no teachings available there. Okay, so I will take the option number 2. So we will get a message like this, teaching staff count is 0. Similarly, I will try to display the technical. So I have taken 4, then I am getting a message technical count is equal to 0. Similarly, now I will try for the 6, that is contract. So now I am telling contract count is 0 because we have not given any data. So now first one I will enter the teaching details. See, like this. So I will enter 101 and name I will enter as John, some phone number, salary, domain, machine learning, and publications 3. Okay. Next I will take this option 3 and then I will enter the details for the technical, that is 201 and some name Joseph and phone number, salary, and then skills, like this. And then I will make one entry for contract, that is I'll take 5 and then staff ID 301 Bob and then some phone number and salary, and then period is 2. Let's see. See, now I have made one entry for teaching, one entry for technical, and one entry for contract. Now I will try to display those things. So I will give now 2. Okay. So I have got this John, and then I will enter 4 here. Then I will get Joseph. Next I will enter 6 here. Then I got the detail for Bob. So now what I have done is I have entered details for teaching, technical, and contract. Then I have displayed the teaching details, technical details, and contract details. Now I will enter 0 for exit. Okay. Thank you.